DougBetts said, "Hi, how you doing?"
Okay. Chrome browser off, microphone on. 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 Well, I think I accidentally started the wrong stream. Well, I think I accidentally started the wrong stream. Well, I think I accidentally started the... Really? Did I? I picked one of the bogus streams that was scheduled by accident, trying to clear it off. What am I, 15 minutes early? I guess that's okay. Such a Doug. Seriously, I did not pick this stream to start. This was supposed to be a test stream to check out StreamerBot, and I picked a stream that had accidentally been scheduled using a technique that Ken Stout has demonstrated a few times. Then I saw that the SpeakerBot messages didn't show up about the instructions. And then I was trying to find where is this one actually streaming to, and I was hearing it in my head. So it was on the tab that I had opened up for today's show. That's not the stream that I selected. So I see over here that you're actually seeing me. People are actually responding. Good golly, Miss Molly. What is the V giving me here? Something about a clock on Amazon? trying to help me identify that it's not time yet for me to be streaming. Ay, caramba. Tony Wallow with a whole bunch of membership gifts, and the previous ones, let's see, the chat doesn't show all of his prior ones, but I recorded them on video. And every one of them was names that I recognize, people that I know. Yeah, I wonder how many people aren't even watching right now because they think they've got time before I'm going to start. What's the show? 11 watching now? I think that's kind of normal, isn't it? Let's get this thing back to a better place. Do I even want to try doing a normal show? I have plans to do something today with David Kausch. And I saw David Kausch name in chat, but that's being gifted. Oh. That alarm was to remind me of things I need to set up before starting the show. I might as well go check and see if I've got everything. I've got the show pinned. I've got the count up done. How about extensions? Do I have my... Yeah, I don't have my password manager extension enabled, so I can't accidentally expose stuff there. SpeakerBot has already been confirmed to be working. Well, I've heard SpeakerBot. I don't know if you're hearing SpeakerBot. I don't have that. So I'll go do an exclamation mark Y and watch the audio indicator.
Why, certainly.
Yes, you are
Yes,
hearing
sir.
it.
Hey, Bob. Read chat, please.
Hello, Keith. It's V Minor saying read chat. Do you have another sort to create do this stream? Do you have another sort to create do this stream? I think there's a typo there, or a shorthand that I'm not quite understanding. As I have two other streams that are showing up in OBS. They do not show up on my YouTube studio. Let's see, I think I can show that over here, can't I? Yeah, this one says upcoming, but this is the one that's running right now. So if I refresh this, it should show that this one is running right now. And then up here on this stream, there's one that's called Ken Stout session or something like that. That's the default every time I click inadvertently into that one. But there's actually two others right now that are sitting out there. I only see them when I go to pick stream, manage streams. I think that's what it's called in OBS. It shows up
Read
on this
chat,
button
please.
right here, but I can't see that button now. So I was just trying to clear those other two out, and I selected one of those others, and I started streaming. It was supposed to be one of those other bogus streams. No, can I explain why the earlier? I was trying to clear out one of the Ken Stout accidental scheduled streams, and I selected that one in OBS and started the stream thinking I was going to use that for testing SpeakerBot and to clear that stream out. And it actually started this stream. If there's not a problem, it's not a Doug stream. Oh, man. Ziggy, shut up. Ziggy should respond. Are you cranky today? Or cranky much? Ken was preparing to go hit little white golf balls. So you didn't get out of the house quickly enough. I started the stream before you got away. I'm sorry about that. You're just not quick enough. Happy little accident. Not a mistake, just a happy little accident. Do some parents say that to their kids? Bunch of memberships gifted by Tony Wallow. Oh, it is showing up now. I thought when I first looked at this after the show started, accidentally, that there was only one showing, but he gifted 50 Live Windows Training DougBetts memberships. Thank you, Tony. Is Tony in chat right now? I don't know. He might think he has time. Every one of these names I recognize. Alice Jones, Ida Rivera, Sean Gallagher, Patrick Manny, Nick Poverman, Douglas Burchell, Josh Kinder, Raj D, Jenny B. Jenny B. I don't think I've seen Jenny B for a long, long time. Investigating. Did I get the right one here? All right. I'm suspecting Jenny B. That name I haven't seen for a long time because it's mostly gaming. I have learned not to show people's channels on a live stream unless I already know them. I learned that from Ken Stout because he got bit once doing that. Costanza de Mage, H. Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember that one. Oh, yeah. When I looked at these earlier and I said, H, I don't know. I actually recorded. I didn't know if these would stick around for showtime. So I actually recorded a video acknowledging these names. Let's go investigate H. H must be one of those famous people that doesn't need a last name. You know, Madonna. Let's see. Yeah, just short 9 minute, 9 minute, no, 9 second video as a long form video. I don't even know where to click. I'm just giving up. I'm giving up on quality production. Is poor quality still quality? Nicholas Hooks, Zavi Minor, Carl J., John Williams, John Aloy Sr., Steve McCure, Bobby Warren, Yokohama Yak. Yokohama Yak is in green because he's been gifted a membership, so he's green. The rest of these are in blue because they are moderators. Yokohama Yak, I know from Fortnite. Parker Morse, also from Fortnite. Jason Wyrick, or Wyrick. Greg Guy, Frosty Winnipeg. Robert, Daco, Austin Grace, Forbin Colossus, Mortant, David Couch. Ken Stout says, kudos to Tony for giving. I counted those in the earlier count, in the earlier recording. I think it was like 27 that it counted out to. Congrats to all that received them, especially the Mahomies. What? Mahomies, I understand, but my homies, my homies, I don't know. Sorry, we'll miss today's live stream. They are coming to take me away. Oh, to go hit golf balls, the little white ones. Hello, Rick Lakes. Alice says thank you to Tony. We all thank you. Say thank you to Tony. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Martin Hogg. Hello, people and non-people. So you're leaving out, Martin. I don't know about you. I don't know. You're leaving out the non-people. That's kind of an exclusionary dismiss. You're not including non-people. What about SpeakerBot? DougBot. DougBot is not people. Are you not? Are you specifically not saying hello to DougBot? His feelings are going to be hurt. What the hell? Early. Does this guy know what he's doing? I wasn't confused. I identified very quickly that today's stream accidentally got triggered. I didn't do any of the stupid, silly stuff that I usually do during my testing videos. Wait, what stupid, silly stuff do you do during your testing? We want to see that. Normal, what's that? Martin Hogg, is this a joke? Oh, we got to go say hello to Stormy. Hey, Stormy, how you doing? How's the weather over there? Martin. Knock, knock. Who's there? Cabbages. Cabbages who? Knock, knock. Who's there? Cabbages. Cabbages who? Knock, knock. Lettuce. Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us be, let us be glad there's no more cabbages. Hey, you got a genuine laugh out loud. Chuckle. That's a chuckle out loud. C-O-L. Not L-O-L, but C-O-L. Chuckle out loud. Do you have another sort to create? Do this. Yeah, I'm still not getting that. I feel like I'm close to understanding that, but I don't. Hello, Keith. Short. Do you have another short to create during this stream? No. No. And yesterday, that was only 2 minutes long, but it was wide format. So that won't qualify as a short, even though it was only 2 minutes long. I had thought that I could edit out a short from that, but it has not performed very well. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with it. I showed you yesterday that it has medium, potential, but low competition. And when I went back and looked at the other competing videos on that subject, none of them got as many views as they have subscribers. And many of them had been out for years. So I thought that maybe it had a chance of hitting because Yahoo recently made a change. And those videos that were 6 months old or 3 years old, they didn't actually have the right answers for the current complaint some people have with their Yahoo Mail. So it was just a quick, easy thing to do. So I thought I'd try it. Well, it's 9 o'clock, so we need to get on to the thing that David Couch and I have cooked up. He doesn't know what's coming yet, but I told him by email that I've got something I'd like him to try regarding his Xfinity troubles. Well, by you starting early, I have an excuse for my game if it goes south. Keith, wasn't that phrase from Bob Ross show who did TV show The Joy of Painting? John Williams, hello. Keith says affirmative to that. Steve McCure says thank you to Tony. Steve is celebrating Friday by actually fixing some stuff for my teachers. Jeff Ryman, Brian, I bet this is a joke, huh? When I was much younger, old people at weddings would always poke me and say, "You're next." So at funerals, I did the same to them. Okay, that was a laugh out loud. That was a genuine laugh out loud. I like that one very much. When I was younger, old people at weddings would always poke me and say, "You're next." So at funerals, I did the same to them. Yeah, that's good. Phil Stott, hello. I was just gonna say, get on with it. All right, I'll get on with it. Did David Couch verify? I know he was mentioned as a gifted membership, but he indicated he would be present by email. David, are you here? David, are you here? I kind of don't want to start this until he's here. Could he be catching up in DVR mode and not hear me asking if he's here? Because of his membership gifted, can I do? Nope, it doesn't do it. Doesn't give me his name. If he is out there and just hasn't gotten active yet, I could perhaps get his attention this way. Then come down here at paste. Are you here? That'll show up in orange on his side. David, raise your hand if you're not here. Ah, Martin, finally. Yes, Martin, thank you. And got to be inclusive. Say hello to the non-people. All right. Well, I'm going to say he's not here. I'm going to go ahead and pitch my idea. Actually, this is for all of you. I'd like anyone who's willing to test this. And it has to do with just a troubleshooting test. It could be helpful to confirm that his problem is with his first hop, and that is with traceroute. And I got this idea from somebody put into chat yesterday, this link here, Internet Health Report, and that's not really going to help for your local issues, but it mentioned in here somewhere using traceroute for identifying problems. It was not aimed at individuals. Yeah, here. Network delay. Delay is a key metric when assessing performance conditions. The network internet health report infers network delays between ACEs? I don't know what that is. Cities and internet landmarks from traceroute data. But anyway, here, let's press the Windows key. You can go ahead and follow along on your own computers. Press the Windows key and then type CMD for command prompt. Open command prompt. We don't need an administrator for this. And then trace RT space yahoo.com. Now you could do any website that you want to or any IP address that you happen to know about, but then press enter. And we're going to get a indication of the latency for each hop between your own location and Yahoo. And when this finishes, then I'm going to describe some information. Now, it's been a couple of years since I read up about how traceroute works. So as I understand, my recollection is that traceroute starts by making a connection to the destination that we're asking for, and then being able to identify each of the IP addresses for each hop that it goes through. Then it sends a ping to each of those specific addresses, and the return packet from a ping indicates something about how long that took to reach that destination. So if you just ping yahoo.com, you'll get a result of how long it took to do that. Let's do that. Ping yahoo.com. And this is going to give us indication that it took 136 milliseconds, 108 milliseconds, 133.99. So we see some variation between those, and that's not unusual. So what traceroute does is it does that ping to each one of these individual IP addresses. Now, if you're getting IPv6 addresses, you're not seeing this four quadrants, the four, God, I can't even remember the right name. Oh, look at this. OBS isn't even showing me the chat room. Ugh. You know what? I bet OBS did connect to that other stream that I was trying to blow off. But because YouTube Studio only had one stream, that's what it triggered. I know what I need to do. I need to clear out those streams when I don't have a stream scheduled on my channel. That's it. Okay, but anyway, back to the subject here. So if you're not seeing IPv4 addresses, you'll have to go turn off your IPv6. So I'll demonstrate that down here in the bottom right corner. Let's get your attention there, where you have your network icon. Right click on that, and then click on network and internet settings. Now, this is going to be a little different depending upon whether you're Windows 10 or Windows, what's the other one? 11. And let's see, go into Ethernet, and oh yeah, they do this differently too. That's not where it's going to be. I got to change network adapters. View all network adapters down here. Is this the right way? Hardware networks, network settings. I think find it, your network connection here. Should be this one. And then more adapter options, I think is where it is. And yeah, here. You'll have to take off the check mark for IPv6 if you're getting IPv6 responses. Okay. So here's what I wanted to find out from David. What I'm interested in is this first hop. Or, yeah, see the second hop. The first hop, this is your routers, your local network address for your router. So it took less than 1 millisecond for my computer to reach my Comcast router. I mean, come on, it's 8 inches. It's only traveling 8 inches. Well, as the bird flies. The Ethernet cable is longer than that, so maybe it's traveling 4 feet. So less than 1 millisecond. Now the next hop, this would be the part that we're interested in for David. I've got 10 milliseconds, 9 milliseconds, 23 milliseconds. What I would like you to do, for those of you who are playing the home game, the home version, not Windows Home, that's not what I meant by home version, put into chat your three numbers, 10, 9, 23. I think this is probably okay variation. That's quite a significant variation. It's a little more than double of the lowest number to get to the highest number, but that should be fairly stable. So after a few of you have had a chance to put that into chat, then I'm going to ask you for the next piece of information. And we're going to see is anybody playing? Is anybody playing along? Or are y'all just ignoring me? Keith, 978, 33, 30, 30. Because I'd like to get an idea how much variance is there in this piece of information. Just communicating from your computer to the router. Like Steve McCure, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on Ethernet for that? That could be a difference. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did know about this. I didn't remember it, but yeah, you can add -4 to traceroute to force it to use IPv4. You have 30 seconds to win the couch. Win the couch? Coach? Catch? Cash? I don't know. Anybody else going to play along? Should I wait longer? No, what I'll do is I'll give you some kind of what? Okay, that was the second hop, right? That was to go from the first. Was I asking for the first one or the second one? I asked you for this one, didn't? Yeah, I asked you for this one. Okay, then that's the only one I need. This one, oh, I said that all wrong, didn't I? Ugh. The first hop is how long it takes to get from your computer to your router. Less than 1 milliseconds. And then when I asked you for 10, 9, that's the second hop. That's the one we're interested in. It goes out through your router to the demarcation point outside your house. Then for my house, there's a box out on the curb that serves my house and my neighbor's house. But that's not going to be a hop because that's a coax cable connection. That's not going to be a router. From there, it goes to a neighborhood box that serves about 8 homes. That's still going to be coax. At some point, should we call it upstream? I think that should be called upstream. At some point out there, it has to separate the IP traffic from the coax traffic, from the cable TV traffic, and then start going through routers. So what we're really interested in is the jump that it takes from the router inside David's house to the next hop. Does he have wildly varying numbers here? Does he have huge numbers here? If he does, then that is an extra confirmation, in my opinion, that the problem is the wiring from his demarcation point to the router inside of his house, because the technicians have already validated, as I understand, they've already validated the strength of the signal to the demarcation point. They've already replaced the cable that goes from the telephone pole to his demarcation point, and I'm of the understanding that David has told us that the Xfinity technician has validated that it's good to there. So I think this number here should be really bad for David. If it's not, if this is a good number, then do a regular speed test right away and see if your speed is good, because maybe it's intermittent. We know that his numbers vary a lot. But if he's got bad cabling from his demarcation point to his router inside the house, I would expect these numbers to be poor. And, you know, that's just, I just put 2 and 2 together in my head. I didn't read anywhere that this is a way to test that. did you check out the website I left yesterday about the PCs? There were a few links yesterday, and I did look at them all. You said about the PCs. Oh yeah, that was about Dell PCs. You said I might be interested in that. I didn't feel interested in that at all. Maybe I miss the reason why you thought I'd be interested in that. I'd rather go to Dell's website to check out Dell PCs. That was not a Dell website, so I don't think I quite understood why you thought I would be interested in that. So, good. Other people did participate. Phew. I was about ready to fall flat on its face. My face. Steve McCure has higher numbers. See, these are a bit more stable. Now, Greg did give us the first hop from his computer to his router. I'm not certain if this one from Steve is the first set or the second set, because that's a pretty high number, unless maybe Wi-Fi would do that. Jesse Kirk, hello, nice to see you. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen your name. Yeah, so I informed David that I had a test today that I was hoping he'd be able to participate in, and he responded by email and said he would. Oh, that's interesting. Just trying to go back and find his response email to see, am I blowing smoke? And he replied, yeah, he said, you got it. I plan to demonstrate a test technique on tomorrow's show. I'm hoping you and other people will do the test during the show. And he said, you got it. Well, maybe something came up, and maybe he'll watch the video later and respond by email. Hey, David, give us a screenshot. In fact, do it a few times. Do that test a few times and give us screenshots for each one of them so we can see whether it's consistent. Okay, did Alice give me more? It has high quality refurbished. Oh, I didn't catch that. I thought maybe you might like that or others. I probably didn't spend long enough because I had a few things yesterday. So I'll go take a closer look at that since I'm short on subject matter today. If anyone's got a question, this is a good time to bring it up. Why did I not get to that? Try that again. Your trusted source for refurbished. Yeah, see, I would have had to gone. See, that's the word refurbished was stuck in the fine print. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't see it. I think. What did I do? Why did I saw computers right away? Refurbished computers. Yeah, I don't feel attracted to those at all. In previous years ago, I was doing a lot of refurbished computers. I would buy them off Amazon. So buying directly from a refurbisher, would I have the same return capabilities for no reason? United Kingdom. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be ordering from there. Yeah, people that are in the community from UK, I suppose, could be interested in that. You'd have to be buying them that are Windows 11 capable. Now these, what are pictured here, those don't look Windows 11 era to me, but that could be an old picture. I wonder if that's actually them. Is that actually Anna and Seb? Is that the right way to pronounce his name? John Downey has 10 hops. I had 13 hops. About 10 hops for yahoo.com for you. It could be more or less for other people. And where is it going? You can find that out here. So here's Van Ness. That is a router that's here in Fresno. It's on Van Ness Street. And so here's a Fresno Comcast. So it's 2 stops in Fresno. When you get asterisk here, the is most likely a router that does not respond to pings. That's a router that a ping comes in and it just, nope, not going to do it. No, I'm not talking. Nope, not going to talk. Not replying. No, 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 no. That's all that is. Nothing to worry about. And then it goes to New York. Goes from Fresno direct, nonstop to New York. And it's another router in New York. I'm in Fresno, California, all the way across the country. Then it goes to a yahoo.com router, another yahoo.com router, another yahoo.com router, another yahoo.com router, another yahoo.com router, and then a media router at yahoo.com. Now, if you want to know where that is, highlight across it, Control-C for copy. Then let's come over to a new tab. Say, where is, Control-V paste, and it tells us it's in New York City. And their ISP is Oath Holdings, Inc. I'm assuming that's what that means. Local time. This must have been the last time that this geolocation data was, I don't know, confirmed for that IP address. So then I wonder if I can get
Read chat, please.
actually the indication about the street location on this. Now, a lot of what I'm talking about today is my own deductions and conclusions. So if somebody kind of contradicts me on something, I welcome that. I'll get to that in just a moment. And read chat, please. This one doesn't go quite so easily. These look kind of generic, 150. None of these are a direct hit for that. So maybe that one's not actually published anywhere. Yeah, of course, all of the viewers will not be going to the same Yahoo data center. So that's a good question. What other locations did you people get on the last? You could just highlight across this all the way to the IP address, Control-C, and then go paste it into chat to tell us where your last hop was, where your destination was. That would be interesting. For any card-carrying Doug would be interested in that. Maybe not sane people. Greg M, 15 hops. Brian Lightfoot, Trace Route, Live Windows Training. I live 90 miles away, but one of my hops is 750 miles away. Yeah, my domain host is not here. I don't host that domain name here in Studio A. No, it's not from Ceres to Fresno. When you do LiveWindowsTraining.com, that does not go here to Fresno. So let's see what I get for that. Trace route, Live Windows Training. This is going to go to the folks that host my website, LiveWindowsTraining.com. I really don't do anything with that website. I mean, there is content there, but it's so old. Someday I might revisit doing something with that. So going through Van Ness, going through Fresno. There's that stubborn fellow that just doesn't want to talk to anybody. All right, I'm going to come back to chat and let that go through. John Downey, a church member can't log into her PC because she can't remember her PIN number. Can you help? Yes. When you are on the Windows login screen, and it's asking for your PIN number. Right under that, there is a link for, I don't remember what it's called, other methods or login using a different method, something like that. You click on that, and it'll ask for your password. So at that point, you're going to put in your Microsoft account password. Hey, Doug, how do you know she has a Microsoft account? Oh, we did say her. How do you know she has a Microsoft account? Well, because she has a PIN number. I don't think you can create a PIN without having a Microsoft account. Not certain about that one, but that's the scenario where I've done it. But anyway, if it's not a Microsoft account, then it's just going to ask for the computer password for that user account. Let me know if that helped, John. Another useful site is Down Detector, which monitors many known websites and identifies problems. Yes. That's not of interest to David's issue, of course, but yes, I use that occasionally. It's a mix of Windows 10 and 11, some good gaming setups, good prices. Oh, okay, those computers. Steve McCure, I appreciate any suggestions on trusted stateside refurbished laptop sellers, please. My only requirement is to be Windows 11 compatible. All right, well, how about Amazon? You can get refurbished. Let's see, did you see laptops? Refurbished laptops. Yeah, well, you know, because I'm lazy. Copy that. Refurbished laptop sellers. Okay, it's misspelled, but I think it's going to come up. Refurbished. No, it's not. It's not misspelled. Laptops. Renewed. Same thing as refurbished. Renewed. Renewed. So listings in here that have, let's see, what do we see? The numbers, look at the number of stars, go read the comments always. Pre-owned. The level of refurbishing that they do is going to vary. I have purchased refurbished computers and laptops and they look brand new. They just totally look brand new.
Read chat, please.
So, and this number after the stars, this number, how many reviews? 94 reviews, 682 reviews, 820 reviews, and you can still return them within 30 days. I would trust that far more than buying a laptop from some website. Ping. Did you see my comment on ping? Let me identify my location. Suggest trusted stateside. Oh, you know what? How about going this way? Hello, people. If you suspect a hop, you can configure the ping command to keep pinging. This can pinpoint weakness, especially useful if the problem is intermittent. Okay, so yes, and actually, thank you for mentioning that because that was on my mind to suggest for David. So let's go look at that. So this number 2, that's the one that I suspect will show problems for him. Now, because that hop is likely going to have trouble for him, that would indicate all these others should look problematic as well, because they are all upstream from this second hop. But what you could do then, hang on, is ping the specified host until stopped. So -T. There's a few other ways I think you can accomplish this, but let's copy that address, Control C, then come down, ping I think this, yeah, the target name's supposed to be at the end. So ping space -t and then paste that address. So then just keep pinging it and pinging it and pinging it and pinging it and pinging it until it punches you and you wake up lying on the floor in one of Brian Lightfoot's jokes. So David, try this one. Once you get your hop number 2 IP address, and give us a screenshot of that. Send us a screenshot of that, because what we'd expect to see is this time in milliseconds to be varying more than mine is. And that's going to be giving substantiation to the belief that there is a problem with the wiring going from your demarcation point to the router inside the house. Now to stop this, it should be Control-C, which is a break command. Yes, indeed. Yeah, thank you, Martin Hogg. See, last night I asked him to remind me to do that. No, I didn't. Let's see, that was refurbished is where I left off. 3 network hops on my ISP before it left their network. Oh, where did it go to? I never checked on this. I gotta scroll back up to get, because I did a trace route to Live Windows Training. So I went to agroindustrials.com.mx. Where is that? Brian, is this the same destination you got to? You know, just copy and paste that whole thing into chat, Brian.
Yes, affirmative.
He says yes. That does it. That takes care of it. Where is that IP address? It's not giving me. Oh yeah, that is the exact address. Dallas, Oregon. The Dallas, Oregon. Not Dallas, but the Dallas. No, this one says Tibiona, Utah. Yeah, whatever. We identified your location. Oh, it thinks I'm from Oregon. Checking on something. Some of you know what I'm looking at right now because you've deduced it. Don't say it. Don't need to say it. No. All right. Let's get back to this. Oh, Stormy's back.
Read chat, please.
Dallas, Oregon. 248.20. Was that one of my hops? I was concerned that I had just exposed my WAN IP address, but no, that is not my WAN IP address. When all of those search results were asking if that was me, where I'm at. No, it's not. I'll get to that. Read chat, please. Gary, is D router from the cable company? Is Doug's router from the cable company? Yes. D router is the router from the cable company. The router I have is from Xfinity. Yes, they supplied it. Dave's, yes. David's router is from Xfinity and they recently replaced it. That was one of my David was one of the thoughts that I had that he meant from D, and I just didn't say that. Oh, I lost my place. All right, well, I'm already over time. Just scanning through. Oh, the ping. Oh, but that was a read chat, please. So the Salem Techsperts stuff. I've watched. He just spends too much time on being comical. So, and it was repairing computers, not really my bag. Austin says, thanks for the channel membership to Tony Wallow. He didn't identify Tony Wallow. Oh, TW. By the way, membership. TW, Tony Wallow. Quite a few companies have not responded to pings. That's why we get those non-responses. Okay, so the Xfinity is responsible all the way to the router output then. See, that's the first time somebody has made that assertion. So, Gary, I'm understanding you to say that they are responsible for the wiring from the demarcation point through the house to the router. Is that what you're saying? Because I was of the understanding they're not responsible. He says in Michigan, for sure. I always have to struggle with it. Minnesota, Michigan, Missouri. No, that's Michigan. Because I know Gary's in the Detroit area. Regarding your suspect coax cable, do you have access to both ends of cable for tests? No. David does not have access to the connection inside the demarcation point, not legitimate access. If he goes into that box, he has to cut off the Xfinity's lock on it. And Gary, in particular, has said it's illegal to do that. Yeah, I thought inside the wiring going through the house, I was always have heard many times that that is not their responsibility. In Michigan, it's a felony. But Gary, wouldn't you concede that it's somebody has to prosecute it? Somebody has to pursue it. Now, in what you were describing with like your renters getting into it, that's likely trying to steal services. But at some point, somebody has to on their discretion saying, I want to prosecute this person. Like a technician comes out to the house and sees that the box is open, the technician, understanding in David's case, he is a equipment service tech. He kind of knows what he's doing with equipment like that. So the person coming out to his house sees the box has been opened, just puts a new wire lock on it, and doesn't say anything to anybody. There's no requirement to prosecute it. In Michigan, they wire to the router. ISP do not want you in the box. Yeah, they're not going to declare that. But does that mean they're going to prosecute you for a felony crime if you have opened the box in trying to troubleshoot why you're not getting the speed? Now, if they are indeed responsible for that wiring, then yeah. And David's already told us yesterday that he was going to call them out to work with him to test that. He'll take his router outside because contrary, was it Lawn Dog yesterday? It said there's a problem with how do you get power out there. There's new invention. They take this really long wire, plug it into a wall outlet, and the other end can go all the way outside because they do them really long. They got a name for these devices. They're called extension cords. I saw somebody else call them out for that in chat. Well, ISP do call the police. Do you really know that, Gary? Do you know that every single time that a technician has found that a box has been opened, do you know that every single time they call the police? Are they required by law to call the police? I think, yes, they do, particularly if they suspect somebody's been stealing services. Of course they would. But I really squirm when somebody makes a comment like this. In the Detroit area, they are utilities, and ISP do call the police. That's implying that they do it every time, no matter what the circumstances are. I just don't buy that. I don't know how you could possibly know that they do that every single time. All right, got to go. I've got a client calling. Have a great Friday, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.